This is the tweet right here from Morpheus17. He says, so Cypher just straight up stole Mecha Chameleon's entire game idea and just put it in Fortnite. No credit or nothing. Straight up put the name in the description too. And then they add Fortnite Creative, the official account. So the Mecha Chameleon game just came out on June 9th. And it's a pretty simple game. Basically what you do is there's like rounds. It's basically like prop hunt. So there's the hiders and the seekers. The hiders is like you're like this blank person, and then there's like an environment, you know, different stages, there's like different maps and stuff. But instead of actually being like a physical thing, you actually hide in like a place, and then you can draw yourself to blend in. You're a chameleon, but you just paint yourself. That's the entire game, and it's actually is really fun from the videos I've seen of it. I haven't played the game, but it's a pretty cool concept, and it looks like people are having a blast with it. But once again, this was its own video game, and SypherPK straight up stole it and just ported it into Fortnite. He even put it in the creative map description: become a chameleon mecha and blend into any surface. I think this is pretty soulless of SypherPK to do. I don't know why he either didn't credit the original people or just straight up not even put that in the description. Like the fact that it's even the name literally of the video game, he just slops into the map and just makes a objectively worse version of it in UEFN. Just blows my mind. People are saying that he should get sued from this, that Mecha Chameleon should start like a copyright lawsuit against him. The problem with that is that I don't think that's possible. The reason for that is because just think about all the games that are literally remade in like Minecraft and Roblox and now in Fortnite. Those type of lawsuits just never happen. When the players recreate something in a sandbox like that, it literally almost never you could successfully really sue for that, because he isn't using any of Mecha Chameleon's like images. He isn't claiming to be them. The name of the map he put is literally paint and seek, which yeah, he didn't put the developer's name. He didn't steal any of their assets. It's a total recreation of that game, but in Fortnite. So I highly doubt, you know, this violates any sort of copyright. Maybe him putting the name, although it is backwards, Chameleon Mecha, and then the game's called Mecha Chameleon. Maybe that could start something, but even then, it's like I don't think there's anything there to really start like a copyright lawsuit. But you never know. This could happen. My problem with this whole situation, and I made a tweet on it, which actually went pretty viral. It's got 114,000 views. It's actually liked by some really well-known creators in the Fortnite space, was that I said, it's also crazy that SypherPK, with his millions of dollars, can't find a single artist to commission, instead using AI. SypherPK constantly complains about the terrible state of UEFN and AI slot maps like Steal the Brain Rot, yet he's contributing to the problem. Such an L. That was the biggest problem I had with this map, is that he literally used AI generated artwork instead of commissioning literally any artist to make like an actual good looking artwork for their map. And I know a lot of maps use AI. Like 90% of the Fortnite maps you see and discover are slop AI. But from somebody like SypherPK, the position that SypherPK has, where he's probably the number one biggest Fortnite creator, I would say. He stuck with the game when it was dying off, and that's kind of really what exploded him. And he's highly respected. He isn't like any other Fortnite creators that just blindly play the game. He actually talks about the state of the game and the future of the game, and he gives his thoughts on it. You know the meme, Fortnite, we have to talk. That's what I respected about Cypher. A lot of these other creators will just grind the game out and won't say nothing about it. But the fact that he resorted to just using slop AI when he's supposed to be this super respected person in the Fortnite space, and everybody loves the guy, and there's like nobody really has problems with him, unlike people like Nick A30, it just makes me so fucking sad, man. It just makes me so disappointed in him. And the excuse of like, well, everybody else does it, why can't I? Because you're already at the position, Cypher. Like, Cypher, you are already there. You have made your millions on Fortnite. You are well off. Why not use your position to actually make high-quality original games? How about you stop just stealing other people's games and make something actually original and not use AI? Like, SypherPK literally has multiple teams. He has Oni Studios. He has Superjoy, his own UEFN team. Why can't he get that team to make something actually original and make some kind of artwork? And if, okay, well, you don't have anybody in that team that specializes in artwork and they're only developers, whatever. Okay, well, go on Twitter. Go on Twitter with the hundreds, thousands of Fortnite artists that will happily make something cool for you, whether it's a drawing, whether it's Blender, Fortnite porting, whatever. They'll make something that actually looks good. But the fact that he's like, oh, well, gotta slop it with AI, it's just I've just lost so much respect for the guy, man, so much. And let me talk about the actual map. I'm gonna have it running in the gameplay in the background. It's all right. Like, it's okay. Like, Fortnite UEFN is nothing like Roblox. It is so incredibly buggy of when you're trying to, you know, stand still and like paint yourself. All the buttons are just so like, I don't know. They like, sometimes they don't like press right, and then your character glitches out. UEFN is just not in the state to make actual games like this. It's terrible. I'm guessing they did try their best. I'm trying to recreate it, but either way, like, the map kind of sucks. The whole thing with Mecha Chameleon is that you're 3D, you're not 2D, and there's so much more customization with actually hiding, you know, yourself in view. But with Fortnite, it's like you're 2D, and just, I don't know, it's so buggy. Like, you can easily find every single person who's hiding. Like, it's nothing like the actual game. Like, the only times where I couldn't find somebody in his creative map is when they would sneak through like a little like corridor, and they'd go in like a little hidey hole, and like you literally just couldn't get there because your character can't fit through it. You just can't kill them. That's the only time is which I you know, you can actually hide. But if you're actually like hiding in a spot that isn't underneath anything, you're gonna get found like immediately. Like, it's that bad. But I don't know if that's a really problem with his map or that's more UEFN. I'm more willing to kind of blame it on UEFN than his development team or anything like that. UEFN just kind of sucks. And even Sypher even said this. So I actually do want to play some clips of SypherPK talking about like the state of UEFN. He's been pretty notorious for kind of giving his opinion on it, saying it's not ready. Like, people were talking about his like Project V creative map, in which that was apparently, it was going to be a project, you know, his own custom BR with, I think it was Courage, Tim, Sypher, Ninja, and Tim the Tatman. People were asking when's that's coming, and he just said, hey, he said UEFN is not in the right spot to make that.
Project V is most likely not going to happen. I'll tell you why. Nobody wants to invest that kind of money and time and development into a full-scale battle royale in the Fortnite ecosystem when it is in such a poor state. You got scam maps, you got XP maps, you got things breaking, you got complex maps breaking every other update. Simplicity is the only thing that's being rewarded, and complex maps come out swinging, but then they break with a few updates because Fortnite just can't handle it right now.
And there's also this clip right here of SypherPK talking about Steal the Brain Rot. Let me just play that and give my little 2 cents on it.
And I want to touch on the Brain Rot map real quick. Because right now the map that's made the most money, in the current Fortnite, is Steal a Brain Rot. Yes, it's a copy and paste from Roblox, but they went and got the license for it, so you can't hate too much on that, right? They went and got the license, whatever. It's a simple map. There's a lot of AI going on. It is Brain Rot. It is for the kids.
So he has respect for Steal the Brain Rot right there because they got the license to make that map inside of Fortnite, and he did kind of like, well, he didn't really directly come out and say that, like, oh my god, it sucks, it's that it uses AI. Just the way that he's talking kind of gives me like the assumption that, like, oh, it's a little slop because, you know, there's a whole bunch of AI going on and it's simple and all that. Yet, and then he just comes out here and just completely copies another video game which he did not get any trademarks for. He did not contact them at all. He didn't get no licenses to make the game. He just straight up stole it. And he's using AI as well.
Quality games aren't being made because they're not worth making. And then now you're stuck with just brain rot and simple concepts that are ported over from Roblox or that are copy pasted. And that is success on UEFN. That is the true success. So like it's cooked. It's cooked.
I don't know why Sypher is doing this. Like, I have no idea why. Like, I don't know if he wants to make a quick buck or what's going on here. It's like he's got millions of dollars. Like, why don't you use your position, Sypher? You get your fantastic creative team with your fantastic developers and make something actually original. I know you said before, like, oh, well, UEFN is not at the spot it's at, and trying to make like a big, high quality experience never really takes off because it breaks with an update. People prefer simple games. And if that's true, just make a original simple game then. Like, why do you have to copy another person's game? My problem is, like, just let like the kind of like low life, like the people that aren't really like well known, like, let them kind of steal original games. Like, let them kind of do that, right? I think we're at a point where, like, I think nobody should be doing it. It does suck when people kind of just recopy games and slap them into Fortnite. But if it's just from, like, one dude, he's, like, not well known, and it's, like, his first project, and he doesn't have the status of anything. He has really low financial capabilities, and he does something like that, then it's whatever. But someone like Sypher, who is literally on like the pinnacle, he's on the top of the list. He's the #1 Fortnite guy. He is the Fortnite guy, and he just snoops down this low to just copy another game, literally puts the name of that game into the description and uses AI. It just blows my mind, man. He also said Fortnite benefited from Steal the Brain Rot, which I do agree with him.
It is brain rot. It is for the kids for the most part, right? And it does get paid a lot. However, that might be one of the few maps in Fortnite that has actually like grown the platform. It might be. And I'm not defending Steal a Brain Rot. I'm saying like when Steal a Brain Rot does their live events, Fortnite actually gains more players. So
Steal the Brain Rot, as much as we hate Steal the Brain Rot, it does maintain a lot of players, and a lot of people do get on Fortnite to play Steal the Brain Rot. Like sometimes like during the down hours, man, like late nights, Steal the Brain Rot will have millions more players than regular battle royale, especially if it's a bad season. And I don't know if he thinks that by him doing like these slop games that he can get his maps to kind of get to the same status of people playing his maps instead of the regular battle royale, and that's what he's trying to cash in on. I don't know. I think it's just scummy. There's also another thing which I had no idea even happened. Apparently, SypherPK promoted and marketed another like Steal the Brain Rot clone type map or something, and they had a sign that said Rainbow Net at 18% chance of having a rainbow mutation, and it was basically like favorite the map, and then you know you get this 18% chance or whatever. And other creators have been called out for this, like Ali A, saying that you have to favor his map in order, I think it was like to take the wall down or to unlock a sword or something, and that map ended up getting a violation. And Sypher promoted that map, and that was inside the map, saying that you favor it and then you get like an in-game advantage. Sypher came out and actually said an apology. He said, I want to take responsibility because my name is on this map. The map was created by an outside studio and I was brought on to market it. Definitely wasn't my intention. And he said, you know, in the future for collaborations that he is gonna look into it more. I will say, like, I don't know why he doesn't do his checks. I mean, we all make mistakes, but you know, you're a really big content creator, Sypher. I wouldn't just be taking blind deals like that. Like, if I was in his position, I'm already making millions of dollars. I wouldn't care. I would just keep making my content. Another thing I do want to say is that he doesn't give two Fs about Fortnite Creative or Fortnite UEFN, right? If he has to snoop down this low to use AI and just copy original games, and he obviously just doesn't care about the platform. The thing with Sypher is that he holds his like YouTube channel to a certain like level where he can't really upload like full on slop with his YouTube channel, even though I think sometimes it is kind of a little like kid slop. A lot of the times his thumbnails probably do use AI in ways that you can't really see as a creator. Like the little things you can't really tell. Like his talking videos are, I think, good content. You know, he's got some good editing in there, but the thing is, like, he holds his videos to a standard in which people do enjoy it. But for UEFN, he just kind of just like puts out slop. He just puts out like whatever, right? But with his content, he actually makes original ideas for his content, most of the time at least. Gives his opinions on stuff, and his content is different. But with UEFN, he just copies whatever and just slops whatever thing in and just presses publish. So I don't know. SypherPK, I hope maybe you can make some more original maps. Honestly, just take down the map, or, you know, don't even take it down. Just keep it up, I guess, or whatever. Just get rid of the AI, bro. Like, you don't need to be using AI. You're a multi-millionaire. There's no point. It's not an artistic style. People aren't automatically going to choose a map with AI that doesn't use AI. It doesn't work like that. There's tons of maps in Fortnite you discover that doesn't use AI in the thumbnails that have thousands of players. So you're not forced to use AI. You don't have to use AI. It's not a preferred style to use AI. And yeah, like I'm telling you, if you actually paid some artist or one of your employees or whatever, you paid them some good money, I bet you, and you give them some ideas, they'll make something. They'll make a cool artwork for your map. What do you guys think about this video? What do you think about SypherPK? Did you lose respect for him? Is this not really a big deal? I don't know. I feel like this is not a super big situation, but it still is a little concerning. Subscribe. Use code ludofnbr in the Fortnite item shop if you want. With that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.